This is the Mistress Carrie Situation Report for October 19th, 2023. Your daily entertainment headlines, industry info, and everything rock. Ozzy Osbourne has confirmed he's going into the studio in the new year to work on a new album, saying, quote, being laid up for 5 years because of the surgery thing and the fall that I had, I was going nuts. So I met Andrew Watt and we did a couple of albums together, and I'm waiting for him to get free to do another album because everybody wants to use him now. He also said he's not planning on stacking up guest appearances like he did on Patient Number 9, saying instead he's looking to have, quote, maybe one. Saying, personally, I like to get stuff worked out before I go in the studio, but the last couple of albums I had to do differently. A lot was done as we went along. And speaking of the Osbournes, Sharon Osbourne, on a recent episode of the family's podcast, addressed two main gripes with Motley Crue's movie, The Dirt. Amid the complaints, she called Nikki Sixx an asshole. Nikki Sixx has now responded using a transphobic insult in reference to Sharon's physical appearance. When the family discussed why they would use an image of an Ozzy lookalike on the cover of Motley Crue's movie, Jack Osbourne said, well, I know the answer to that because Ozzy Osbourne is bigger than Motley Crue. Tommy Lee has shared a photo on his Instagram of a hand in a glove holding an apparent sex toy that was found where his new house is being built. Saying, quote, found while digging for fence posts at my house construction site, what the F? I'm going to put all of the odd findings into a frame to save, he said. A piece of the second swimming pool, an engine block, coyote skull, and a dildo so far. What's next? Warren Haynes Presents Christmas Jam has revealed the lineup and the ticketing details for this year's annual event, set for Saturday, December 9th at the ExploreAsheville.com Arena in Asheville, North Carolina. The lineup for the 32nd Christmas Jam includes Slash and Miles Kennedy, Billy Gibbons, Government Mule, Jason Bonham's Led Zeppelin Evening, Clutch, American Babies featuring Tom Hamilton, Jim Hamilton, Joe Russo, and Karina Reichman, plus special guests are set to be added. Christmas Jam will once again benefit Asheville Area Habitat for Humanity and beloved Asheville. The Joe Steele YouTube channel has uploaded quality, new fan-filmed video of AC/DC's first show in 7 years that took place on October 7th at the Power Trip Festival in Indio, California. AC/DC ran through a 24-song set. Their performance marked the first time the band opened the set with If You Want Blood, You've Got It. It also included live debuts for 2 tracks from 2020's Power Up, Demon Fire, and Shot in the Dark. Now that Tom DeLonge is back in Blink-182 and the band is getting ready to release a new album tomorrow called One More Time, Mark Hoppus said in a recent interview that his chemotherapy treatments forced him to, quote, relearn how to be a musician again, saying by September of 2021, he was cancer-free, but he said, quote, I was still fucking hollow, just a shell. I had a shitty, weak brain eaten with the chemotherapy and pain and everything else. Then getting back in the studio to make this record was like learning how to play bass again. The chemotherapy wrecked my vocal cords. I had to go to work with a vocal coach. I had to rebuild my throat. I had all this stuff that had to get rebuilt to get to the point where I could go and walk on a stage at Coachella and have one of the biggest shows of our career and have this album, which, touch wood, is one of the best albums we've ever written. Netflix has begun rolling out a price increase for their basic and premium plans in the United States. Starting yesterday, the basic tier, which is no longer available for new members, will rise to $11.99 from $9.99. The premium plan, which allows subscribers to watch in Ultra HD, supports up to 6 devices at the same time. That will increase to $22.99 from $19.99. The $6.99 and $15.49 standard plans will continue paying the same price. The price hike comes after the company reported 9 million new subscribers, with a revenue of $8.5 billion and operating income of $1.7 billion in its Q3 earnings. Last quarter, Netflix said it picked up 5.9 million new subscribers following its crackdown on password sharing. A few days before, Saint Asonia hit the road with Skillet and Theory of a Dead Man for the second leg of the Rock Resurrection Tour. Adam Gontier sat down with Loudwire Nights, saying we're all really close and we've been friends for years. We're really, really thankful and grateful that we're able to go back out on the road for a second leg. Saying everybody got along super well. The crews all got along well. It was just a very, very seamless tour. The crowds were great. People were there early every night to watch us play. Saint Asonia recently released 2 EPs, Introvert and Extrovert, saying I've always got some ideas floating around. I mean, when I'm home and not touring, that's kind of what I do. Just sit and write riffs and ideas and that sort of thing. I'm always kind of working on new stuff so that when we get to the point where it's time to go in the studio, we're not scrambling for new stuff. Lzzy Hale from Hailstorm, in a recent interview with Hobo on the Radio, talked about the progress of the songwriting sessions for the band's follow-up to 2022's Back from the Dead. Saying, quote, we're always working on new music, but we've actually kind of started to buckle down and really kind of write with a purpose as to whatever we kind of want to put out into the world next. It's kind of an exciting time because I feel like even since the last record, even since Beyond Back from the Dead, I feel like we're kind of shedding our skin in a way that's kind of beautiful, where we all kind of feel like different people than who we used to be while writing our last record. So it's time for whatever the next chapter is, so it's very exciting. And Dream Theater drummer Mike Mangini talked to the Everyman podcast about his upcoming debut album, Invisible Signs, which is set to arrive in November. Appearing alongside Mike Mangini are Tony Dickinson on bass, Ivan Keller on guitar, Gus G on lead guitar, and former Evanescence guitarist Jen Majura on vocals. The recently released first single is called Freak of Nature. And that's your sit rep. For more details on all of the stories, check the links in the show notes of this episode. And don't forget to follow and subscribe to the Mistress Carrie Podcast. New full-length episodes come out every Wednesday. Episode 176, featuring Jason Hook from Flat Black, is available now. And check out this week's bonus episode featuring Pat Badger from Extreme.
The United States Border Patrol has exciting and rewarding career opportunities with the nation's largest law enforcement organization. Border Patrol agents enjoy great pay, outstanding federal benefits, and up to $20,000 in recruitment incentives for newly appointed agents. If you are looking for a way to serve something greater than yourself, consider the United States Border Patrol. Learn more online at cbp.gov/careers/USBP. That's cbp.gov/careers/USBP.
Hey folks, Stefan Shirazi and Renee Richardson here from the Metallica Report.
And we are proud members of the Pantheon Podcast family, where the best of music and podcasts unite.
We've got something pretty cool for you. We're giving away an exclusive Metallica merch package worth over $250.
That's a whole lot of Scary Guys, skulls, M72, and other sought-after Metallica swag. And we've made it easy for you to win. Follow and share the Metallica Report, and you're in the game. Go to pantheonpodcast.com/Metallica, enter your email, and hit that button to be entered to win.
And just like that, you're eligible for our monthly exclusive Metallica merch package.
And guess what, rockers? You can enter every month, so just do it. And while we love our global brothers and sisters, the lawyers won't let us ship outside the U.S.